I cannot stress how important this lesson is because this lesson actually explains what chapter 9 is going to be all about. Solving quadratic equations using graphs and tables. The big thing in order for you guys to solve this is you're looking for the X-intercepts, okay? Let's take a look at this example here. The path of a golf ball hit from the ground resembles the shape of a parabola. So when you hit a golf ball, whoosh, notice how far the golf ball went. It went 200 yards, okay? What point represents the golf ball before it is hit off the ground? That point right there, it's where it starts, and that point is 0, 0. It's your initial point, right? In other words, it's the origin. What point represents the golf ball when it lands like on the ground? Right there, 200. It traveled 200 yards. That's your endpoint. Starting point, endpoint. Starting point, endpoint. Boom. Those are your solutions to this parabola, okay? Recognizing solutions of a quadratic equation, okay? So in other words, again, if we're looking for solutions to a quadratic equation, when I graph it, boop, boop, we graph them. We have to graph them. And wherever they intersect on the x-axis, that's where the solutions are. Not difficult, okay? They're known as the zeros of a function. So whenever an equation is equal to 0, we're looking for the x-intercepts, okay? We usually do. In fact, we always do. Because when it's ever equal to y, if we're looking for the x-intercepts, we make y equal to 0. Notice how it's equal to 0. Boom. We're looking for the x-intercepts, okay? So here we go. Same thing. We graph them. Notice how there's only one. When I graph it, there's only one x-intercept. How about this one? Oh, there's none. There's no solutions because there's no x-intercepts. Let's do it real quick. What are solutions to these equations here? Let's use good old Desmos. Boop, boop. Okay, x squared. Okay, minus 36. If I zoom out, boop, boop, right there, boop, boop. Let's zoom in a little bit, right there, boom, and boom. -6 and 6 are the solutions. So x equals, you can say -6, and then also 6, because it's the x-intercepts. Okay, the next one here, x squared plus 6x plus 9. Let's graph that real quick. Okay. Oops. That's not working out. Plus 6x plus 9, boom. One of them right there at -3. So there you go. We got it there. So we can say it's at -3, 0. Okay. Solving now quadratic equations using a table. And again, if we're going to use a table, boop, boop, we are looking for when your y is equal to 0. When is your equation equal to 0? In other words, we are looking for the y-intercepts. Okay, so notice when we graphed it, we made the table, boop, boop. It's when x was equal to 1 and 6. That's when your equation equaled 0. That's when the table is equal to 0. Okay, in order for us to find it, okay, I'm not going to really be particular, okay, on using a table to find the exact number. Instead, what you're going to do essentially is find your two solutions based on looking when it switches from negative to positive, okay? So let's actually do this here, okay? 4x squared plus 3x minus 7, okay? So here we go. 4x squared plus 3x minus 7. Okay, that's where the x-intercepts are, 1 and then -1.75. But let's actually use the table, okay? Notice right here it went from positive to negative and then from negative to, well, 0. So one of them is 1, but the other one is going to be between -2 and -1, okay? That's important. So, I mean, you can kind of say the table is useful. However, I'll be teaching you guys later in this chapter how to find it, obviously, by setting the factors equal to 0. But just understand this, okay? Whenever you have alternating answers, positive to negative or negative to positive, that's where your solution is, in between those two x values. Very important, okay? Muy importante, all right? Last example, here we go. Anastasia hits her golf ball off the tee. The height of the golf ball is modeled by this function, okay? Where x is the number of seconds after the golf ball is hit. Graph the function, okay? And then figure out how long the ball's in the air. Well, it's from here to here, right? Right there. That's when it hits the ground. So when x is equal to 0, that the ball is 1 foot above the ground. Then when it's at just after 5 seconds, that's when the ball hits the ground. Okay, so here we go. Same thing. Graph it, find the x-intercept. And we're taking the positive one, okay? At the next t, it's negative 16x squared plus 11x plus 6. Let's graph that real quick. Okay. Boop. Okay, negative 16x squared plus 11x plus 6. Okay. We have to zoom in a lot and a lot. We're not taking the negative one, we're taking the positive one. It's in the air for over 1 second, 1.046 seconds. Okay. So it's 1.046 seconds. We did it. Okay. That's the lesson, kids. Remember, when we're looking for solutions to quadratic functions, you're looking for the x-intercepts. Okay, very important. Have fun. 9-2, all done.